Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you outside where we're fixing to make a double batch of Beautyberry jelly. I was blessed this weekend with some frozen beauty berries from last year and a small jug of Beautyberry juice. Sorry, I had to think there for a minute. So, we're fixing to get started on making this amazing jelly. Now, it is a seasonal jelly, and it is made from American native beauty berries. Not the Chinese or Asian beauty berries, but the ones that are native to America. It makes a big difference. The berries from the Asian ones you cannot use. So with that being said, let's head over here to the cooker and let's get busy. Okay, we have the beauty berries and the juice in the pot, and I covered them with water. Now, of course, they're not as vibrant, beautiful lavender purple as they are when they're fresh, but you know what? They're still going to make beauty berry jelly, and it's going to be really good. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. This is just the beauty berries, the beauty berry juice, and water. And I'll bring you back as soon as this comes to a boil. Okay, they are coming up to a simmer now. And of course, it might not make the same beautiful color as fresh, but you know what? It's still going to be beautyberry jelly, and I love beautyberry jelly. Okay, I'm going to cut my heat down because I want these to simmer for 20 minutes. Now, if you're using fresh beauty berries, which will be later this season, you're going to want to use a potato masher and mash them real good. Since these have been frozen, they're really soft, so I'm not going to have to worry much about mashing them. And once 20 minutes is up, I will bring you right back. I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'll see you here in 20 minutes. Okay, it has cooked, simmered for 20 minutes. I have a bowl here and a very fine mesh strainer, because you want to definitely make sure that you get out as much as you can. Now, if you wanted to, if you don't have the fine mesh strainer, you can always use cheesecloth. That is fine. And like I said, I'm going to make a double batch. If you was making a single batch, you would want, what is it, 6? I'll have the recipe in the description box below. Single recipe, you're going to want 6 cups of American beauty berries and 8 cups of water. And believe me, picking just 6 cups of beauty berries, it's a lot of berries. Just imagine this was 12 cups of beauty berries. Let me see, am I getting close? Yep, I'm on the mark. Now, all the juice that I strain out from what's left over in here, I will be freezing it. Okay, I'm going to pause it because I have my 6 cups, which is enough beauty berry juice to do a double batch. So I'll be right back once I get this strained and took in the house to cool, and we'll be ready to do jelly when I get back. Okay, I have it poured back into my pan after I cleaned my pan out. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, make sure that everything is clean and sanitized. I have a whisk to stir in the pectin. Now, if you were doing a single batch, you'd need a smaller pan and only 3 cups of juice, which would be 1 envelope, not this container, but 1 envelope of pectin. I'm doing a double batch, which is 6 cups of Beautyberry juice, and 1 envelope is a no, 1 envelope of pectin is 6 tablespoons. So I'm using the jar. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a little extra. 10, 11, and 12. So that would equal 2 packages of powdered pectin. Whew, it is hot today. And I'm going to let this come up to a boil, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, it has come up to a simmer, well, a boil now. And this is, like I said, I'm doing a double batch. This is 9 cups of pure cane sugar. I use Domino. And I use a whisk slowly to stir. You don't want to stir too much, because it will make air bubbles in your jelly. And I also have my water bath canner going, so that once I get this jarred up, it will be ready to go into the canner. You want to make sure that all your little blobs of sugar get broke up and dissolved. And this is a wonderful silicone spoon, which holds up to very high heat. So no, it's not plastic. You use either silicone or metal. You want to make sure you stir, not too fast, but you want to make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pan. And I already have my hot jars over here ready to go. And I'm using something I've never used before. I've used jelly jars before, but not the wide mouth jelly jars. It shouldn't be much difference. It'll be a small learning curve. And of course the jelly will need to be water bath canned. I have my water canner tray sitting over here ready to, once I jar the jars up and put the lids on, I can set them right over on the tray. It's been a while since I've had Beautyberry jelly. It's starting to heat up real good now. We're going to bring it up to a boil and boil it for a minute. Apparently all the birds are coming to see what on earth I'm doing. And of course I'll have the single batch recipe in the description box below. And there it comes up to bubble. And it's a bubble now that you can't stir down. So I'm going to let it go for 60 seconds. And I'm going to cut the heat off. Now if you wanted to, you can skim the foam off. To me, you waste a lot of jelly trying to get all the foam off. I know some people use a tablespoon of butter in it. I just leave it like it is. I'm not going to be selling this jelly, so I'm not worried about the foam. I have my wet paper towel here soaked in vinegar so I can clean the rims up. Grab a warm jar. Just make sure that everything you use is nice and sanitized. And I do a 1/2 inch headspace. For me, some people do a 1/4. Of course, you want to wipe your rim. Make sure there's nothing on your rim. Put your lid on. And see the first beautiful jar of Beautyberry jelly. Let me move it over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. And you've got to be careful. You do, whoa, see? Almost made a mistake there. Caught myself. You do not want to let this syrup, this jelly, get on your skin, because it will burn and burn you badly. Raise the camera up a little bit. Sorry, I'm playing in the sunlight. And I always hold my jars underneath the paper towel. And I like to use a big ladle. That way, you got a pretty good chance of filling the jar up with one ladle. And so you take your paper towel that's soaked in vinegar, wipe that rim all the way around, tighten that lid and band on, and keep it going. A little bit more. And one good thing about using the pot holder, one, it keeps you from getting burnt, because I like to hold my jars, especially doing jelly. Two, it shields you from any drips of hot molten jelly. You definitely have to make sure that that rim is clean. If there's any jelly on it, your band, your lid's not going to seal. The rubber on your lid is not going to seal. I don't make a whole lot of jelly, but there's once in a while you just have to make exceptions to the rule. And oops, Beautyberry is one of them. And just a little bit more. It looks like I'm going to have to go in and find some pint jars. always a good thing when the recipe makes more than what it says. Okay. Water bath counter's boiling. These jars I know are plenty hot. And we're just going to set them in there gently. Now you wait till it comes back up to a full rolling boil. You'll know when it's boiling. This is just air bubbles. And you're going to process it for 10 minutes. And I'll bring you back as soon as those are done. See you here in a little bit. Okay, 10-minute water bath is over. And I gently lift them out. Let them sit there for a minute and drain the water off. I get my hand to work. There we go. And there's the first beautiful jar. And I dropped my Beautyberry jelly. I'm just going to use the other side since the other one hit the ground. And that's exactly the sound you want to hear. The music of sealing lids. Come on. Of course, the lids will pop down as they cool, just like that. Oh. I'm just going to let them cool down. And I'm going to put these in. And let these process as well. I'm going to have to add some hot boiling water, and I will bring you back when these are done. Okay, everything is canned. You can be handled. I ended up with 10 jelly jars and 2 pint jars. I am happy as can be. Look how beautiful that turned out. Beautiful, beautiful, all natural Beautyberry jelly. Like I said, you want to use the American Beautyberry, not the Chinese Beautyberry, because you can use the berries on the American. Simple, easy, and I will have the recipe, the single batch recipe. This is a double batch. I'll have the recipe in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it inspires you as well to start growing American Beautyberries. Simple, easy to make, and taste wonderful. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will answer them as soon as possible. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound. Keep on stocking, keep on prepping, keep your head on a swivel. Don't get paranoid, don't panic. Always stay calm and think straight. You've got to keep your immune system strong. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. Take care, everyone.